Hey, Grego's here. How you doing? Oh, just getting stuck into Gypsy's bloody deform panel. So, I thought I'd make a little video because I don't think we've done a video on replacing these. As you can tell, this is going to be a quick and easy video. Unedited, straight off the phone. So what we've got here is a very rusty panel that fits on the front here. It's called the deformation panel, right? That means in an accident it is designed, normally the bumper sits on the front of it, in this case it's a bull bar. It's designed to basically a crumple zone. It was the early forms of post 72, we better make these things safe. So they put a Y-frame chassis under there, same thing. So you've got the chassis that in the early lowlights it used to just be straight out the front, the chassis rail underneath, and then in this model they made a Y so that again in a heavy impact it would spread that apart, so to soften the blow on your legs. But hey, no one drives these things for safety, do they? So they drive it for enjoyment, and if you drive safely, you're more encouraged to drive safely in these compared to a new car. So what we're doing is replacing this deformation panel, which is heavily rusted. You can see that it's got some crushed tubes in there. Not that they were doing much recently, but we actually have to put those into the new deform panel, drill the holes the same, because there's an alloy bull bar, quite substantial bull bar on the front of this. It is, but being aluminium, it's not super heavy, but it's always, all the weight of it's been on this deformation panel. So I was never happy with just those 2 points there. So actually when we did this car a while ago, it was a fair while ago now, we put an extra brace in the middle as well. We never put a crush tube in there, but I will be this time round. But anyway, this is what you can expect when they get rusty. Now the problem is not really the problem, again it's a safety issue, is that this steel is twice as thick as your regular sheet metal. So everything that's involved in whether it's cutting it or welding it, drilling the spot welds out, it becomes a huge job. So what we got here is, what I do is cut off the majority, like along the edge. As you can see, it's just a rough cut, doesn't matter too much. And cut it underneath as well, and just take the bulk panel off, get that out of the road, and then I end up folding these down just so you can get to everything better. We use a bit of to find where the spot welds are. They shouldn't be too hard unless they've been bogged over in the past. So I use our little friend the Belty. Little air power. This thing gets used every day, one of the best tools you can buy. Just run this along that lip there, and you'll see little low points where you'll still see paint, and that's where your spot welds are for the most part. So then the next step is to drill. Like get a 6mm drill bit, get a bulk pack of 6mm drill bits, and go around with one first, like it'll get half blunt pretty quick. Just sort of start the holes off and then get a fresh one, do the next step, and then so once you've got those drilled out through basically where it looks like it's down to the next layer, mind you can get a dedicated spot weld drill bit if you want, but they're quite expensive. So you can see how it's flatter there. It's designed to go through the top surface only. So what I ended up doing is using regular drill bits first, and then come through after that, and it just cuts it to that layer. You can see where, hard to see, where it's sort of busted through that top layer, but other drills, other bits, maybe less so. Anyway, then our next step is, see, this is the thing. To do this manually, like with a big chisel, like a metal chisel that I have, this panel beater chisels that are designed to break the little spot welds once you've drilled the majority, because you end up with this lip here like that. But what I've found works the best is this beast. So the noisiest tool in the shed. So this is an air chisel, and it comes with different sort of different removable pieces on the end there. What do you call them? You know, fittings. These things. Yeah. So I don't know what the technical term is. Anyway, well, they're a chisel, I suppose. So I got this one that's got the little notch there for the to wrap around the spot weld where I haven't quite 100% drilled it through. So noise alert. Basically, you get this in behind the lip, and hear how loud that was? Yeah. I'm not going to do that on video, but I thought I would show you what's involved in taking that off. So basically, we remove all that lip all the way around. So that's basically part of the deform panel that's left. And then you end up with this here. And this all gets cleaned up. Everything in there, wire wheeled, rust treated, everything. And in this case, not all of them are like this, but some are cut and weld. Now anything in here needs to be the thicker steel, like you need 1.6 or something in there. So we'll weld that in there. And the deform panels are $250 or something. They're already made, new. So then you weld them back on. You have to drill through the top layer of the deform panel. Again, it's a job where you need lots of drill bits. And then, yeah, put the deform panel against the back there. Once it's all cleaned up and, you know, copper sprayed, and yeah, there's a heap of work involved. And then, yeah, just high amperage, high heat, nice tacks along the way, or spot welds as they say. So yeah, so that's what we've got to do. I'm prepping all this for Andrew. This is normally Andrew's deal. He's having a couple of days off, so yeah, that's what I'm getting this ready so that when he gets back he can just start welding. So yeah, all right, hope you're all having a good day. When you're using the air chisel, well, any of these tools, to be honest, bit of hearing protection, because you don't want to end up bloody deaf like poor old Bo there. He's just, I think he can still respond, but not what he used to be. So anyway, yeah, we will not harass the dog too much. Like, this is the thing, you know, I encourage the dog to go and sit outside while I'm doing noisy stuff, but he doesn't care. Oh, hang on, what do we got underneath there? Another bloody dog. Jeez, I lived a life, I tell you what. Anyway, I gotta go. Just thought you'd enjoy an update video. Goodbye.